The Hidden Darkness by Cleo Rose, Chapter 1. Hey, I was wondering if you would want to go to the shop, said Izzy. But I'm so tired I can't be bothered to walk down the aisles, cried Max. Once Izzy dragged me, Max and Elliot to the shop, it turns out she didn't even want to go to the shop. She wanted to go to the car park. Why are we here? I said in confusion. She said the car park was hiding something. She knew it, but she didn't know what, so we all started searching and searching and searching. And then, hey guys, I found a secret door. It's disguised as the wall. We all looked at Elliot shocked. Well, he probably found it out of luck. Plus, he has really bad eyesight, annoyingly said Izzy. Well, he still found the secret door, and that's all I'm concerned about, I said truthfully. True, but how are we going to get it open? It's like sealed shut, paused Max. Smash! Ow! Cried Elliot. Izzy, the next time you bash down a door, try not to let it fall on someone, okay? We enter an apple blossom white room and we notice that the floor are white panels that are in a tic-tac-toe kind of shape with water beneath the floor. As the others were walking and bouncing on the thick panels, I stayed to the doorstep because I knew there was something wrong. The door sealed shut behind us. The other three didn't notice, but I did. Sploosh, splosh, swish, splash. I heard the popping splash sounds. It sounded like something popped out of thin air. While I was on the step, I dropped my head down under the panels and saw a disturbing-looking pink thingy. Ew, I said, disgusted. Chapter 2. I saw a circular, bumpy blob with bulky eyes. Hey guys, I'm going to try and run on all of the panels in 10 seconds. Someone time me, said Max happily. Be careful, said Izzy. As he took a quick step above one of the circular blobs, he got blasted by a massive green light and dissolved. It all fell silent. Everyone gasped. A tear fell down my cheek. I was disturbed. Then Izzy went next. She got blasted. Max, Izzy, no! That was Elliot's last words. At least I think. I was traumatized. I sat there crying while I was trying to figure out why it happened and why not me. I noticed that when they stepped above the pink blobs, they got blasted, but I didn't because I was on the doorstep. Luckily, we had walkie-talkies to communicate. I saw a shining blue door in front of me. I really thought I was in heaven. I walked in and fell asleep. When I woke up, I got greeted in a mumbling voice. I didn't hear words, I just understood it somehow. The voice sounded like an echo, but it wasn't. I was in a played field with vibrant cut grass and perfect houses with nothing in them. Hello, are you here to be my best friend? Okay, I said nervously. There was a star-shaped entity with no mouth zipped down the middle of its torso. It had a big pupil in one eye and a ruler-thin one in the other. It couldn't speak, but I just heard it in my mind. It was like it was controlling me. Hey, what do you do? What do you have to do to get, out of here? I said while getting quieter. You want to go so soon? Come on, stay longer. Forever, it said, giggling. Wait. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Who's this? I said, confused. Hello, dear friend. I'm George. I'll help you and tell you if you're in danger and what to do. So you're telling me I could be in great danger right now? Well, yeah, but don't leave it alone, don't touch it, and you're good. Oh yeah, and you have to do tasks, but whenever you try to go to it, the entity walks the opposite way. So it's harder for you, but hopefully will get the hang of it. Good luck. I had to do these tasks like looking for things. He did message me the tasks with a tick box next to them, so whenever I finished one, he'd tick it off the list. I had to look for one baby strawberry in a massive plain field, but the thing is the entity ran the other way. I had to look for a vibrant blue house, and the last task was just to run, because the entity figures out you have been trying to escape, so they chase you and beg you to stay angrily while desperate for a friend. Where am I? Said Max in shock. Ring, ring. The same thing happened to Max telling him what to do. Who are you, and where am I? I'm George. I'll help you, and I'll tell you if there's an entity around, and I'll tell you your task so you can escape. Oh yeah, I can't tell you where you are. It's too risky. But your room is the pool rooms. I'm allowed to tell you that. Why is it risky? Confusingly said Max. You and me could die. Oh, sadly said Max. His only task was to find the right blue shaded door. The door was in a slight pale Pantone blue. George texted him the colour, but there was one catch. There was 70 blue shaded doors. If he chose the wrong one, he dies. But it makes it harder because he also has an entity. A very, very hard one. I know you belong to somebody new, but tonight you belong to me. Screeched the music out of the old rusty radio. What's that music? Max said scarily. A disturbing mumble voice came out of the teardrop-looking creature. Maybe I should go towards the music. Wait, actually, no. George said to look for a pale Pantone door. The creature said, noticing Max. As the creature started to melt and blend in with the pool, he looked like he was going to wrap Max with water, but Max stepped onto the path just in time. He was clueless he was even going to get hurt. It was obvious he forgot about the entity, but he was more focused on getting out than staying, so I guess the teardrop could only stay in water then. Why am I on a playing field with a mini building? Said Izzy, confused. There was a little figure of a greyish and blue and yellow building. They looked like two different buildings that were fused together. Small mini half-moon, half-sun type of figure. The platform said, "Step on me." When Izzy stepped on the platform, it started growing and growing and growing till it was a big till it was as big as the Eiffel Tower. But her one fear was heights. Then the figure turned bigger as well. It looked like one of the entities, but one side was a sun and one side was a moon. The sun was crazy. The moon was peaceful and quiet and helped you to get around the place when you were stuck. But one thing, the sun doesn't want her to leave, so he always interrupts the moon. Hi, I hope you can get out while you can, and also don't hurt E's feelings, okay? So, what's your names? What's your two's names? Said Izzy. Both of us are Ema, but you can call me A and you can call her E. So what does the M stand for? Said Izzy. I don't actually know. That's funny because I thought it stood for no, we said, knowing it would be a swear word. We knew the sun was a bit cuckoo, so we tried to stay distant from her. Even though they were kind of stuck together because they were meant to be a duo. But the moon wanted to be free. When Izzy knew what she had to do, she was traumatized because she had to do her worst nightmare, jumping off the building. She was trembling while being cheered on to jump, but she had to be forced to be pushed off, and tears were sprinting down her face when she noticed that the moon threw down a parachute. The moon nearly forgot about her needing the parachute. After she got down safely, she looked very rough. You should have seen the look on your face. Oh, I'm sorry, my biggest fear is heights. Can I go now? I jumped off a building. Are you happy? Izzy? Run. Chapter 3. As Izzy started sprinting, she still had the parachute that she had on earlier, so she jumped off the building like it was nothing and had to get over it. The sun was stitched together with the moon, and they couldn't fall apart unless the sun gets mad. The sun started to unstitch from A, but blood and teeth started to show while it was unstitching. Saliva was drooling down on the floor, making a blood mix with spit puddle. It started to spread till the blood was pouring down the building. It was horrible and unsettling, but she tried so hard not to look. With the look of burst in her eyes, she knew that she was close to the ground. To let go of the parachute, it was the safest thing to do. I need to keep going, otherwise I'll die, shouted Izzy. Come here, I'm feeling lonely, shouted the sun. Make him happy, quietly screamed the moon. I got it, screamed Izzy. Hey, look, I'm sorry, can we be friends? Yay! Phew, she said in relief. But she was still scared of what she saw, but the sun flew back up to the moon and reattached them to the moon. She didn't want to, but she had to, otherwise she would die as well. Some other good entities, as well as some other good entities, but we didn't know that. Meanwhile, Elliot's floor was the trees room, a play forest room, an abandoned kindergarten. He liked it and was able to communicate with us, but because he was with George, the friendly tree. Hey, this place is nice. Are you friendly? Elliot said in happiness. Yes, my dear friend, I'm the one helping your friends. Elliot thought he was in a nice place. He really was, but meanwhile, us having the worst day of our lives, Elliot was always the nice, handsome, and wholesome one. He would make everyone's day awesome. I started to think about my tasks instead of escaping. It was stressing me out too much. The things I heard from George were important, so I kept them in my mind. I started my first task to find the baby strawberry. I sure knew the task was strange. The last task was haunting me like it was circling around my head. I imagined it. I just wanted to get rid of my mind. Where is it? I can feel my mind rotting away while I tried to find it. A clue would be nice, I said furiously. That was the first time I was mad in years. It made sense the fact that I was losing it. In my mind, it was taking forever until I realized the star was following me the whole time. Either George was lying or I'm just lucky. Wait, is that something red in the distance? I said with hope. Honestly, I thought I was schizophrenic. I was so happy, and then I saw the vibrant house. I was devastated. I knew I was in danger. Then I heard two dings go off on the old-fashioned flip phone. It was my tasks. Only one left. I was the only one I was most scared about. Running. I saw it zip down the middle and zip, and horrible teeth with blood dripping similar to the sun. Its eyes widened, but then I couldn't see. The only thing I saw was pitch black. I noticed the star shape in front of me. I knew I was in a lot of danger. My heart skipped a beat, but there was no time for anxiousness. I ran as fast as I could, but I didn't know where. But then I saw a door shining white and bright, and under it was a sign that said, "Death ahead." Oh, wait. I saw a door shining white and bright. I took a closer look to realize the exit sign was hanging off the wall, and under it was a sign that said, "Death ahead." I nearly fell for that trap. But I moved forward, then another door spawned in front of me. It picked me up and threw me in the door. Then I saw it. Chapter 4. I saw I was in a different room. I hoped I was in a safe place like Elliot. This time I was just in a waiting room. I checked my surroundings so that I knew I was safe. "Oh, my head," screeched Izzy. "Oh, you want to leave?" screamed E. "Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I really," said Izzy. "No, you're not meant to tell him," shouted A. "What's the truth then?" "Tell me," said E, annoyed. I don't want to leave," Izzy said confusedly. "Good, because you never will," said E. "Hey, E, can I please have a moment with Izzy?" asked A. "Sure," said E. Asked A. "Okay, look, the exit is like a big mirror in that orange house over there. Do something to distract him or something. Oh, and yeah, if I never see you again, goodbye, my friend," said A sadly. "Goodbye to you too. You helped me a lot, thanks," Izzy said sadly. "Hey, I'm gonna go to the toilet, okay?" scaredly said Izzy. "Okay, but come back quick," said E. As Izzy clipped onto her parachute and floated down, she was staring around trying to remember which house it was. When she spotted it again, she let go of her parachute when she thought it was time to get down. When she got there, she sprinted to the house. The sun was looking down at her, realizing she was going to the exit. The sun and attacks from the moon. again like earlier with blood and teeth. Just run, Izzy, screamed the moon with fear. Izzy rummaged through the house looking for the mirror, but when she saw it, she didn't run into it, she just stopped and looked at it. How beautiful it was. She didn't know that the moon forgot to say it could mesmerize you. The sun was so close to catching her, but the sun's stomps alarmed her senses, so she woke up and leaped into the portal and fell asleep. She woke up in the same place as me, and I was just happy to see a familiar face. We spoke for a while and talked about what happened to each other. We had a couple of laughs, but we were still waiting. Oh my god, where is this door? I really need a break. I'm just gonna sit in the pool. I've had enough, said Max. As he sat in the pool, he had a subtle giggle behind him. He turned around quicker than a blink and saw a teardrop-shaped figure named Thomas the Teardrop. He got up and bolted out of the pool, running towards a random door. It was hard to run in the water, so he crouched down and started swimming. He had 10 memberships and trophies for swimming, so he knew he wouldn't drown. But when he thought everything was fine, he felt something wrap around his legs like a blanket. He tried to get out but failed the first time. He managed to get out barely by kicking the monster's eyes and stomped out the pool like an elephant and sprinted to a random door. As he managed to take a break, he was huffing and puffing. He checked his phone to see the color of the door because he knew he was safe, but because he didn't hear stomping nor splashing anymore. As he opened up his phone and checked the color, he saw that the colors were mega similar. So he sat there for about 10 minutes, checking which color was which, making sure they were the same. That he was 100% sure that they were the same. So he risked his life and opened the door, only to get sucked into a portal and fall asleep. "Look, it's Max!" we both said cheerfully. "Oh, thank God I found you two," Max said in relief. Then Elliot was saying goodbye to George because he got to stay there and watch the cameras of his friends and teleported back safe. "Hi guys," said Elliot. "Hi," I said with a shy smile on my face. As we all started chatting, we got teleported somewhere else. On the wall in front of us, it said, "Tune and Notes, Palace of Music." Anyways, that's it for y'all. That's my book so far. But by the way, I know I spelled schizophrenic wrong. It's because of my autocorrect. Please don't. Please, don't say anything. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It's technically about Dreamcore, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll make another video about like showing y'all what my actual like entities actually look like. Bye.